It's not the business, it's the scale. Maybe reduce the scope?
Mrs. Modeste, we love your vision, and we have the right loan product to bring it to life.
When your plans are bigger and bolder and others don't see you, BOSL Elite Builders Capital Plus gives you the backing to move ahead. With 5% interest, up to 15 years to repay, 20% down, and a credit card of up to $100,000. BOSL Elite Builders Capital Plus, bringing bigger plans to life.
Did you know that while you're busy with your day, important news is breaking all around you? From politics to weather updates, community stories, and breaking news. Hot 7 TV keeps you informed with news every hour on the hour. Don't wait to hear it secondhand. Stay ahead. Stay informed with Hot 7 TV St. Lucia. News notes on the hour. Stay updated wherever you are. Catch Hot 7 TV St. Lucia's news every hour on the air, on our mobile app, and on our website.
Good day, it is Tuesday, August 4th, 2026. I am Daniela Edwin. Welcome to the Midday News Edition. Whether you are tuned in on channel 117, Kiss FM, Hot FM, the Caribbean Hot FM mobile app, the Caribbean Hot 7 TV Facebook page, or our YouTube channel, Caribbean Hot 7 TV. Not forgetting those of you using the Hot 7 plug and play antenna, thank you for joining us. Sir Cyril Errol Charles demitted office as Governor General of St. Lucia on July 31st, 2026, ending his tenure after serving in the role since 2021. Effective August 1st, 2026, His Majesty King Charles III appointed Mr. Felix Finisterre as acting Governor General on the advice of Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre.
Sir Cyril Errol Charles stepped down as Governor General of St. Lucia on July 31st, 2026, bringing an end to his tenure in the office. Following his departure, His Majesty King Charles III, acting on the advice of Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre, appointed Mr. Felix Finisterre as acting Governor General of St. Lucia, effective Saturday, August 1st, 2026. Sir Errol first assumed the role of acting Governor General and was sworn in on November 11, 2021, after Sir Neville Snack left office back in October 31, 2021. He was later appointed Governor General of St. Lucia effective November 1, 2024.
Sir Errol served during a period of constitutional change in St. Lucia, including the passing of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, the accession and coronation of His Majesty King Charles III, and St. Lucia's transition from the Judicial Committee of the Privy Council to the Caribbean Court of Justice as its final court of appeal. Throughout his tenure, he discharged the responsibilities of the office of the Governor General with dignity, steadiness, and respect for the country's constitutional traditions.
Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre thanked Sir Errol Charles for his dedicated service to St. Lucia, expressing appreciation for his willingness to serve as Governor General during an important period and for carrying out the role with dignity and integrity. He also extended best wishes to Sir Errol and his family for good health and continued blessings. Press Secretary of the Prime Minister, Melissa Paul, said Mr. Finisterre brings decades of experience in education, public administration, sustainable tourism, regional development, and public service, making him well prepared for the nation's highest constitutional office.
He began his professional career in education, teaching for 18 years at every level of St. Lucia's education system. After completing his university studies in the United Kingdom, he returned home and lectured at the former St. Lucia Teachers College, now Sir Arthur Lewis Community College. Mr. Finisterre is widely recognized for his pioneering work in community-based development and sustainable tourism. He played a leading role in establishing the Soufrière Regional Development Foundation and developing the Sulphur Springs as one of St. Lucia's leading tourism attractions. He was also instrumental in creating the Soufrière Marine Management Area, the first integrated marine management area in the Eastern Caribbean.
His Excellency Mr. Finisterre was recently honored with the Jimmy's Award in recognition for his outstanding contribution to tourism development, particularly in the areas of heritage, conservation, sustainable destination management, and community-based tourism. For Hot 7 TV News, Josiah B. reporting.
Johannan Dujon, CEO of All Gas Organics, says the focus should be on the responsible use of pesticides rather than the amount used, following an FAO report ranking St. Lucia as the world's 6th most intensive user of pesticides. He believes healthier soils, sustainable farming practices, and continued farmer education can reduce reliance on chemicals while improving crop resilience, yields, and public confidence in local produce.
Johannan Dujon, Chief Executive Officer of Algas Organics, a St. Lucian company that transforms sargassum seaweed into organic fertilizers and plant biostimulants, says the discussion around pesticide use should focus on proper application and sustainable farming practices. His comments come after the FAO reported that St. Lucia is the 6th most intensive user of pesticides in the world, a finding that has renewed discussion about agricultural practices on the island.
Because we're in the tropical regions, we're going to always have a lot more pests. And my real question was, are we using those chemicals correctly? The number is insignificant if you're using them correctly, but if you're not using them correctly, then there's serious, concern. So that was my first, that was my initial reaction. But I had 2 reactions. That was the first one, but the second reaction was, oh my God, how is the public going to perceive this? Especially since they may not be au courant, so to speak, with how pesticides work.
While the FAO ranking has attracted public attention, Dujon says the more important issue is not simply how much pesticide is used, but whether it is applied responsibly. Based on more than a decade of working with farmers across St. Lucia, he says most producers he has encountered follow recommended application guidelines and respect withholding periods before harvesting. He adds that synthetic pesticides still have a role in modern agriculture when pest outbreaks threaten crops, but says misuse can pose risks to both human
but respect what is called the withholding period, meaning that if they spray, let's say, a head of lettuce or a head of cabbage today with a particular pesticide, they wait the withholding period, which would be whether it's 3 days, 7 days, whatever it is, before harvesting. So I've seen good farming practices for the fraudulent and breadth of St. Lucia.
Dujon says improving soil health can also help reduce pest pressure. He explains that healthier plants are naturally more resilient to insects, disease, drought, and heat, reducing the need for chemical intervention over time. Farmers using Algas Organics sargassum-based fertilizers, he says, have reported stronger yields, healthier crops, and improved resilience during dry conditions.
We've seen tremendous improvements in crop yield, dramatic improvements in crop yield, especially with the heat and drought stress, right? So what you found is that normally farmers tend to lose their crops or have lower yields when it's very hot and it's also very dry and they don't have water to irrigate. Normally the plant could just shut down and production drops, but using our product helps to help those plants deal with what's called abiotic stresses, help them to remain productive. And so farmers have seen increased fruit sets, bigger fruit, more consistent production, and less pest pressure actually, because the plants are healthier generally. So those are the benefits that have been seen not just in St. Lucia, but across the 3,000 farmers that we service across the Caribbean, Africa, and the U.S.
Dujon believes continued farmer education, greater transparency, and wider adoption of sustainable farming practices will help strengthen public confidence in locally grown produce while supporting long-term food security. For Hot 7 News, Ethne Brown reporting.
This is the Hot 7 TV Midday News Edition. There is more after the break.
ready to sing it out? Every other Wednesday, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Bring the energy to the ultimate blast karaoke night. Shower singer or stage legend. If you've got a voice, the mic is yours. And the vibes stay high. From old school classics to today's biggest hits. Step up, sing, sip on drink specials, enjoy tasty eats, and win big with Bingo. Blast Entertainment Center, corner of Chisel and Brazil Street. Upstairs, the new Starlight Building. So warm up those vocals, grab the mic. Blast Karaoke Night. Big notes, bigger wins.
Get ready for another evening of spectacular performances at Blast Karaoke Night on Wednesday, 12th August 2026.
Looking for the best way to advertise? Stop searching. Hot 7 TV gives you more reach, more impact, and more value. Get your business in front of the right audience and watch your sales soar. Don't miss out. Call 452-6040 today and take advantage of our exclusive advertising packages. Hot 7 TV, smart advertising for smart businesses. Welcome back. Former UWP Minister Dr. Eubaldus Raymond has rejected claims surrounding his departure from the Alan Chasney administration, saying comparisons to the current controversy involving another minister are inaccurate. Raymond said he was never dismissed from office, adding that unlike the current situation, he was not under investigation while serving as a government minister.
Former United Workers' Party government minister Dr. Eubaldus Raymond has responded to claims surrounding his departure from the Alan Chasney-led administration, saying the circumstances have been misrepresented. Raymond contacted Newspin on Thursday, July 30th, to address comments from several individuals, including UWP members, comparing this situation to the current controversy involving another minister.
I was never dismissed by Alan Chasney. The record will show that I resigned. And I didn't resign during the time when there were some scandals concerning nude photos, as I said. I will not go into the details. I didn't resign. You know why? Or Alan Chasney did not ask me to resign. Because I was never accused of any wrongdoing. I was the defendant. No, I was a complainant in a matter, a criminal matter against me by two persons, blackmail crimes against me. So there was no reason for anyone to ask anybody to resign when the individual is a claimant in the matter.
He said the two matters are not the same, explaining that while he was serving as a minister, he was not facing any investigation.
To compare my the situation then to the current situation, that's the false equivalence I am talking about. Because then I was not being investigated, but now there is an investigation.
Raymond rejected that he was dismissed by the former Prime Minister, while adding that public officials facing investigations should consider stepping aside during the process.
So to put on record and put it on your show to say that I was dismissed by Alan Chasney is wrong. And I've heard it many times, but I decided to call you this time around. I resigned later in 2019. That's when I resigned, and I was not dismissed. And do you know when I resigned? When I thought there was an investigation. I resigned when I thought there was an investigation. I say thought. And the record will show that there was no investigation. And had I known that there was no investigation, I would not have resigned. But based on principle Based on principle, I believe that if you are under investigation as a government minister, I think you should step aside and allow the investigation to continue.
He maintains that he has never faced any allegations of wrongdoing and says his record remains clear with no accusations brought against him throughout his career. For 7 TV News, Josiah Bisset reporting.
The RSLPF and the Youth Development and Empowerment Program have launched a 6-week initiative to equip young people with life and workplace skills. Participants will take part in training sessions and internships focused on areas such as customer service, law, emotional intelligence, and professionalism ahead of the program's completion in September.
The Royal St. Lucia Police Force Community Policing Unit has teamed up with the Youth Development and Empowerment Program to launch a new 6-week initiative focused on preparing young people for the future. Inspector Bridget Algodel, who heads the Community Policing Unit, has said that the program is designed to help participants develop important life skills while gaining knowledge to support their personnel and career growth.
This program has been carefully structured to provide a balanced learning experience. Over the next 6 weeks, participants will engage in 4 weeks of interactive sessions covering important life and community-focused topics, including customer service training, effective communication, emotional intelligence and conflict resolution, telephone etiquette, and matters of the law. These sessions are designed to equip you with practical skills that will serve you well in your everyday life.
Assistant Commissioner of Police Albert Shallery described the initiative as a first-time partnership between the police force and YDEP. He explained that it will give participants practical work experience to boost their future employability.
It is clear that the ethos espoused by YDEP is one geared at youth training and workforce development. The Royal St. Lucia Police Force is also committed to engage you and ensure that opportunities are available for your development. A key part of our mission is professional policing, community partnership, and a safer environment. We are confident that the 6 weeks program will do just that, equip you with life skills. Skills needed in sharpening your knowledge, reshaping your attitudes, and eventually preparing you for the workforce.
YDEP Chief Executive Officer Ayana Charles said participants will take part in sessions covering areas such as customer service, law, emotional intelligence, and professionalism to better prepare them for the workplace.
After the 4 weeks training, we will be doing 2 weeks internship. The 2 weeks internship will be touching on every single thing that we learn. So know when 1 week is done and we're completed with one module, you do not forget what you learn. You have to now apply it within the 5 and 6 week of the program. I want you guys to know it's an open discussion. Nothing is set in stone. Your way may not necessarily be our way. That does not make it the wrong way. I want us to have an open mind. I want us to come in. I want us to share our views, and I want us to learn from each other.
The program is set to end in the 2nd week of September 2026. For 7 TV News, Josiah Bisset reporting.
Tobias Jean-Pierre won the Massey mortgage promotion, receiving $9,000 to cover the equivalent of 6 months' rent or mortgage payments after qualifying through a Nestle purchase. Organizers say the campaign rewarded loyal customers while helping ease the financial living costs.
One lucky shopper is getting a welcome financial break after Tobias Jean-Pierre was announced as the winner of the Massey mortgage promotion on Friday, July 31st, 2026. His prize of $9,000 covers the equivalent of 6 months' rent or mortgage payments, easing one of the biggest household expenses. Nestle business manager Shamal Joseph explained that customers qualified for the promotion by spending $15 or more on participating Nestle products. She said the initiative was designed to help families facing rising living costs, adding that covering 6 months of rent or mortgage payments can provide much-needed financial relief and allow winners to focus on other essential needs.
The promotion is very significant because it addresses one of our largest financial responsibilities many families face, which is housing. At a time when the cost of living continues to rise, easing the burden of rent or mortgage payments for 6 months can make a meaningful difference in families' lives.
She also says the promotion aims to reward customers and increase brand exposure and engagement.
The primary objectives were to reward our loyal consumers, increase engagement with the Maggi brand, and encourage shoppers to experience more of the product range.
Speaking ahead of the prize presentation, Massey Distribution's Operations Manager, Martin, further reiterated that the campaign's focus was to reward and express appreciation to valued customers.
The promotion is meant to thank our loyal customers for choosing Maggi products. On behalf of Massey and Maggi, I would like to congratulate our winner, our lucky winner, Mr. Japierre, for our Maggi mortgage promotion.
Tobias Japierre also expressed his thanks to both companies, stating that the money will go a long way.
Thank you very much to Nestle and the supporting companies. Thank you.
Joseph says the campaign was successful and provided meaningful rewards to customers. For Hot 7 News, Ethne Brown reporting.
We've come to the end of the Midday News edition for today, Tuesday, August 4th, 2026. Join us again at 6:45 for the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. Until then, have a great day.
From your desk to your lunch table, whether you're on the job or taking a well-deserved break, get the top stories and breaking news all in one place. Join us Monday to Friday at 12 p.m. for Hot 7 Midday News, bringing you the latest headlines from St. Lucia and around the region. Stay connected, stay informed, only on Hot 7 TV.